How do successful people become successful? They learn how to overcome obstacles. In life, we all encounter obstacles. But to realize our full potential, we have to be willing to deal with massive shifts in our lives, as well as be open to making positive changes in our lives. We have to be willing to understand and deal with our energy, our subconscious, and our conscious self. In order to get through this process to find this positive direction in life, we all need help. We can all benefit from fixing ourselves first with the help of an expert. What if you could find a combination of a life coach, a spiritual teacher, and therapist all rolled into one? My guest today is just that and has helped hundreds of entrepreneurs and business people find their success. Hi, and welcome to Coffee with Claire. As you regular viewers and listeners know, we're always meeting and talking with business leaders, entrepreneurs, and those who give back and have fun. My guest today is Dagmar Fleming. Dagmar is the founder of Unlock Your Success. She helps entrepreneurs accelerate their growth, life purpose, and income potential, even if they hit a wall. Welcome, Dagmar.
Thank you so much, Claire.
You're so welcome.
I'm so thrilled to be here.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea how excited I am to have you here today. Dagmar and I have actually known each other for about a year now, and I am so thrilled to share with you guys her very unique way in coaching and the techniques that are behind her coaching to help her clients get to the true root of their blocks. So, Dagmar, I noticed that you have a very interesting accent. Are you from El Paso or something?
Well, we are here in Texas, but
yes, we are.
As you can tell, I'm probably not a southern lady. Although I'm trying.
You're a lady.
I'm a lady. I'm originally from Poland.
Poland.
And even though I came here in the early 90s, my Polish accent stuck. So after working all these years to get the Texas drawl, I gave up and decided to embrace my Poltex accent, the Polish Texan.
I love that. Well, you have had a really interesting path that you followed regarding entrepreneurship and in helping others. And you've had some ups and you've had some downs. And it's my understanding that it's from those down points that you've actually learned the most. So could you tell us a little bit about your path to where you gotten here today?
Absolutely. So, as I mentioned, I'm from Poland, and I was born there during the communism. So, it was a political system where poverty was virtuous, struggle was revered, and we were taught to be humble. Essentially, you had to keep your head down. So when I came to the United States, I was really thrilled. I was looking at this system and economy that is actually celebrating and rewarding entrepreneurial spirit. Mm-hmm. So I was ready. I embraced it, and I reached what people would say the pinnacle of the American dream. I had my college education, corporate career, and then I even opened my own global consulting firm.
Wow.
So I was racking up those successes that I couldn't get in the times of the communism in Poland. But then one day something happened, and my projects were dwindling, clients were disappearing, and as I was staring at my checking account that suddenly became almost non-existent, I had to pause, and I had to realize that there was something happening that I didn't even know why.
So is that how the idea around the quantum physics reset process was born, is from that overall experience.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, but I had to realize that all these past experiences that I had in Poland, those limiting beliefs around money and my capacity to create success, they just got triggered and reactivated. I simply made too much money too fast and too easy. I would look at my father, who was an entrepreneur in Poland, and he struggled to reach certain level of financial abundance. So compared to him, I accomplished in 1 year more than he has in his lifetime.
Wow.
And I just felt very unworthy of it. Essentially, that amount of money was exceeding my hidden money ceiling, and it triggered the self-sabotaging behavior.
And I think a lot of us have that self-sabotaging behavior, and we don't know it. You know, it's just, and it's something that I know that you work a lot with your clients on, and really, if we don't get rid of that energy that's around the emotion that's in our subconscious mind, we actually keep vibrating in that energy, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what people don't realize is that our bodies are surrounded by a geomagnetic field. Some call it aura. And that field acts as a container, almost like a hard drive in a computer. And that holds memory of all of our past experiences, both good ones like love and passion, but especially the bad experiences that are associated with past traumas, painful memories, hurts, and other mental blocks. And those negative experiences cause us to create a protective mechanism. It's almost like we are trying to prevent this negative experience to happen to us again.
Sure.
So if you imagine that you were a child and you were trying to recite a poem while other kids were laughing at you, today you may resonate with that laughter, and every time you come out to be a public speaker, you're back as a little kid afraid of speaking up. So you may actually end up not doing your YouTube channel or Facebook Lives, even though you know your clients are there. So that past experience, if not cleared, will continue to keep us in a loop, almost in a rut. It acts like a virus in your operating system. And the problem is that a lot of times, a lot of modalities or systems only address it on a conscious or subconscious level, which unfortunately, at best, it's a partial solution.
Right. Well, because you mentioned 3 different things that we need to be worried about, and those are just 2 of the 3. So they're all 3 very important to take care of completely.
Exactly. So the triple quantum reset process was really developed through my own understanding of how to release those blocks. I have a very unique intuitive empath abilities, as well as an aptitude for emotional healing. So what I was able to see in myself, as I can see it in others, is the energetic imprint of those past experiences and all the associated emotions like anger, fear, sadness, shame, guilt. And if I can help myself, I can also help clients release that. So the process is based on this understanding that we're a holistic system. We cannot just modify our destructive behavior, because behavior is fed by your subconscious mind. And a lot of people go after affirmations. They believe, well, I don't have money in the account, so I'm just going to tell myself I'm rich.
Right.
But it rarely works, does it, right? Because your subconscious is looking at that checking account and is worrying about the bills, creating an anxiety and fear, and actually creating more of destructive behavior. So what we have to understand, that subconscious is being fed by this hard drive that you have. In other words, all these experiences that you've had since your childhood into your adulthood. And that today in your adult life, those experiences dictate how much you allow yourself to achieve.
And that is the key point, is you allowing yourself to achieve. You know, like the story that you told me before we got on the air about the son whose dad was a millionaire. And the son, for some reason, he just couldn't quite get to that same level of success. So, what could you share that story with our audience? Because you're going to be a lot more articulate with it than me.
Absolutely. Essentially, this business owner had a marketing agency and couldn't get past $1 million. Just every time he was close to that mark, something would happen, and it was either a client that was missing or project that went south. And what we realized is that growing up, his father was also an entrepreneur. And when their business reached $1 million, some decisions were made that jeopardized the business. So they all lost it. They had to declare the bankruptcy. So what my child remembers is that this childhood experience of suddenly losing the house, having to live with the family, and it's all associated with $1 million mark, which is why today when he comes close, he is unconsciously fearing that threshold, thinking about his own son and protecting him from the potential bankruptcy by sabotaging the business.
So you can help people get, like, once they're aware of something like this is occurring in their subconscious, you are able to help them work through that through your process to help them get over that, whatever roadblock that is, and help them make breakthroughs.
Absolutely. The beauty of the process I discovered while working with my own self-sabotage is that it actually works for others too. Because we all have these unconscious limiting beliefs that, for example, it's safer to play small, or it's better not to try something because if I fail, people will laugh at me. So you end up not going for the dreams or not getting the results that you want in business. So if we can understand that those beliefs are buried deeply in the subconscious mind, therefore being hidden to us, then we are able to step into awareness and ask ourselves a question: why? Why am I playing small? Why am I not trying to create the life that I truly deserve?
Yeah, and what am I afraid of? What, you know, because I think that fear is a big one too.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when you're afraid, you don't want to go out on a limb. And we all have the capability to rise and get beyond that. But a lot of times we don't know how, you know. And so I personally have started working with Dagmar. And it has been a real interesting path that she has led me through. I'm not all the way through the path, but the things that I've learned about myself and the things that have kind of, you know, it's like a layer, and another layer, and another layer comes off. It's like an onion of sorts, but it's a really sweet onion. But you know what it has helped me understand is that there are some things that have happened that I don't even, you know, consciously recall, that have kept me from getting all the way. I've gotten to a point where I've been successful, but getting all the way to the other side of that point.
Exactly. We all have those ceilings. And we have ceilings for money, ceilings for visibility, ceilings for authenticity. And they're all based on those fears, the protective mechanism that says, don't go there or you might get hurt again. But the result is that we just keep being stuck in a loop of the very behaviors that created the negative outcome. In other words, if you're afraid of showing up in your business fully and realizing your potential, you will continue to struggle with money and with revenue, which again is the very thing that you want to overcome. So the process that my clients go through in all of my programs, but especially in Unlock Your Success, is understanding that we first have to heal the root cause of this issue. We need to go back to that roadmap in your mind, or this hard drive that is beaming with the viruses. So what are the viruses? These are the experiences that were very charged up emotionally. They had anger, fear, sadness, shame, guilt, where you started doubting yourself. And it could be, for example, one of my clients was a very good student, but if she brought home B, the father would say, well, you could do better. It could be B plus. If she brought home a grade that was B plus, daddy wanted A. So she actually grew up believing that she's never good enough, even though she was a perfect student. And today, that's being replayed in business. When she shows up with potential clients, all she can see the disapproval of her father. So she's not asking for the sale or not stepping forward fully within her capabilities.
So you work with a lot of people at a lot of different levels. You know, some of them are already very successful, but they want to be even more successful.
Exactly.
Some people have a dream and they can't even see past today to even allow themselves to think about what that dream might look like if it's all the way met. And so, you know, I know we've talked about a couple of different scenarios. Is there one in particular really big breakthrough that you can recall working with your clients? There's this like, oh my gosh, this is a whole different person.
Absolutely. First, I want to explain that unlock your success. The reason it's called unlock is because everyone has all the talents and abilities within them that can position them to fully realize their potential. So we're not creating the new version of you. We are unlocking what's already hidden within you, but buried underneath all those limiting beliefs stemming from the past experiences. So when we can take those negative experiences released, you start showing up fully, authentically with all the skills and talents that you have. And one of the examples is one of my clients who was in a network marketing company. She just came to the Triple Your Money Mindset workshop, and we were able to show her that she is worthy of money. She deserves to receive the abundance that she wants to create through her business. So when she left the workshop, she showed up fully in her business with confidence and clarity, and as a result, up-ranked immediately, increased her income, and even got an award for Rookie of the Month.
Wow, that's awesome.
So, and that's just by helping her release, I'm not worthy of receiving the money, belief.
And that clarity is powerful. You know, when you can really see through that fog and you've got a really clear direction on where you want to go. And I mean, that brings all the confidence around your voice. And you know, of course, that is a different vibration than, you know, when you're not very confident. You know, it's just people want to be around successful people and people that have that vibration around them.
Exactly. And my mission, my big why is simple. I want my clients to be empowered. And for me, it means in power of your life, in power of your choices, in power of your talents and gifts that you were born with, and in power of your dreams, so that you know that you have the divine right to go after what you want your life and business look like, and you're not afraid to go and get it.
Yeah, because, you know, a lot of times we do feel like that I'm not worthy. And I know that that is a really deep-seated thing for a lot of, not just women, but men as well. And so you can kind of help dig that little seed out.
Exactly. Well, we all went through childhood.
Yeah.
And I love my parents, and I'm sure you all love yours.
Oh, yes, of course.
And they were lovely people. But sometimes they did and said things that influenced us, and unfortunately, we spend lifetime to unwind
it. Yeah, you know, and we don't. Nobody gets a manual when they have a baby. You don't get it like a card to say,
exactly.
you know, how you maintain things.
Mom, I love you. And
You did
I love my
good.
dad too, yes.
And for those things that you weren't so sure about, we can fix them there. So if our viewers or listeners are looking at a business coach, because that's kind of where you are positioned, what 3 things would you say that differentiate you most from the other coaches that are out there?
Well, as we've talked about the triple quantum reset process, it understands that you are understands you as a person holistically, and for you to create results in your business, we have to look at your childhood and the imprints of those emotional experiences. We have to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you create a mindset of success instead of mindset of sabotage. And then we modify your behavior so that instead of destructive habits that actually take you away from creating the results in business or in life, we create habits of success. And again, this stems from this deep understanding that the progression has to be in a particular order. You can't reprogram your subconscious mind if it's not ready. If it's being fed by the viruses of your past experiences. So the beauty of Unlock Your Success program is it takes you in an appropriate order for you to receive the fastest transformation possible, which is why I always warn my clients, Unlock Your Success is transformation on steroids.
And be ready, because as soon as you have all these changes, all the people around you are going to be like, who are you? And what have you done with that old Claire that I got to know and love? You know? And so everyone has to kind of adjust around it. So
well, you become a point of attraction for different things in your life.
Exactly. And I'm loving the point of attraction that I have right now. This is amazing. So, well, if our listeners are looking to get in touch with you, Dagmar, how can they reach out to you?
Well, I would like to invite you to visit my website, and that's simple, dagmarfleming.com. But also I have a special free tool for our listeners. I know a lot of times people struggle with money, and the struggle with money can be getting to 6 figures, or it could be getting to 7 figures. So whatever that is to you, there is a hidden money ceiling there. So I've created a special training, a worksheet, and also a video that will walk you through 3 unconscious mistakes that you do that keep you from making the money that you want and deserve. And for that, I invite you to go to unlockyoursuccess.coach/worksheet.
And then you also have a free thing that you can give them?
That is a free tool.
That's the free tool that they can use, and you can download it. And then if you want more information or would like to hire Dagmar as your coach, then there's information on the website for that as well.
Absolutely. And I host workshops on money mindset, like Triple Your Money Mindset. I also help people overcome their sales hangups. So there is a workshop called Rock Your Sales. But I provide a lot of free tools on my YouTube channel. So that's just youtube.com/Dagmar Fleming. Or you can even join the Unlock Your Success community on Facebook. And that's just facebook.com/Unlock Your Success.
Well, thank you again, Dagmar, for joining us today. And thank you to our listeners and our viewers. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. We'll see you next time on Coffee with Claire. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Coffee with Claire. To learn more about today's guests, visit their website or find them on Facebook. To learn more about me, Claire Billingsley, follow me on LinkedIn or visit my website at coffeewithclaire.tv. And to hear more episodes of Coffee with Claire, subscribe, rate, and review the show on your favorite podcast and social media platforms.